Welcome to MojoPlays, and today we're taking a look at our picks for the 10 best gruesome deaths in Resident Evil. Despite being a bit goofy at times, Resident Evil does retain its horror, partially by putting in some grotesque and violent ways to fail combat, puzzles, and general survival. Years later, these game overs still have our skin crawling. Which death has burned itself into your brain? Let us know down in the comments.
Before we begin, we publish new content all week long, so be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos.
Quick and Painless by Nemi.
Brad!
Nemesis is an absolute brute, perhaps the most brutal of the tyrants featured in the original games. So one would expect something super gory or violent to happen should you meet your end with him. On the contrary, he is somewhat merciful with a quick pierce from his T-virus tentacle whip. For as fast as the death happens, it still seems violently painful, so maybe it's more merciless than merciful? Tyrannical Takedown. We're lumping the tyrants from the first two Resident Evil games in on account of just how similar their finishing moves are. Whether you're Leon, Claire, Jill, or Chris, you suffer the same fate altogether. Your final moments are spent with a meaty and sharp set of nails straight into your gut. And then you're just kind of thrown aside. Yeah, nothing too spectacular, but still haunting for a game over screen. Wesker's Flip of Fun. We'll admit that this death is more hilarious than gruesome, but we're still putting it on here for both reasons. To see this for yourself, you'll have to get super deep into the game, all the way to the fight with Wesker on the plane. There are many QuickTime events you can fail here, but one of them will see Wesker charge at Chris, leap into the air, and give Chris some chiropractic work. Romero would be proud. We do have to give the zombies a shout out. Sure, they are the grunts of the whole series and don't do much besides be slow-moving obstacles. However, the way they finish off Jill, Chris, Leon, and Claire is kind of disturbing. Just the thought of being eaten alive kind of makes us shudder in fear, and seeing our favorite characters go through it due to our incompetence makes it pretty harrowing to see. Man's Worst Friend. Now this is arguably worse than the zombie. The hellhounds of Resident Evil are quick little demon dogs that bear a nasty set of pearly whites. And having bigger jaws and bigger teeth means bigger bites of big chunks of meat. In all honesty, it is kind of cool the way they howl after defeating their prey, even if we were the prey. My shiny teeth in me! Speaking of teeth, check out the set on the villagers' chainsaws. Okay, bad joke, but death by chainsaw is one of the many reasons why so many of us remember RE4, aside from how fantastic the game and its remake are. The chainsaw is just such a vicious way to see hunky Leon go out. Simple, effective, and nightmare-inducing. It made us never want to miss a chance to parry, knowing the gruesome fate that awaited the ultimate pretty boy if we failed. A husk of your former self. Surprisingly, Capcom didn't put anything super graphic into the ways that Rose can meet her end in the Shadows of Rose DLC for Resident Evil Village. But of the few that are there, the most disturbing is when you get captured by the rejected rose husks that wind up chasing you. Those who have some phobia of drowning might want to look away for this one. Birkin be blunt. What scares us about dying to Birkin isn't so much the method by which he slaughters. No, it's more about the setting. Imagine for a second that you were being chased by Birkin and you met your untimely end. The last thing you feel is that pipe, over and over again, while Birkin is screaming and yelling, "It hurts." There is, in all seriousness, nothing but pain here, and that's for everybody. Begone, Satan serpent! Similarly to Birkin, the aftermath is what has us terrified of the snake from RE1. No, getting swallowed entirely isn't super savage, but here's your new dilemma. You're dying inside the stomach of a giant snake. Now for normal snakes, it takes about 4, maybe 5 days give or take for a snake to fully digest its food. Even though this snake is huge, we doubt its size is going to make for a faster digestion system. We'd give you a couple of days minimum. A couple of days of you just being slowly digested away. A face only a mother could love. Yeah, we had to throw the baby from Village on here, and why shouldn't we? Those noises are the last sounds we would ever want to hear while knocking on death's door. And then the fact that you get pulled into its mouth feet first. Do you really want that to be the last thing you see before being enveloped in darkness? Welcome to hell, aka the stomach of a giant mutated fetus. Hope this was the eternity you prayed for.
Check out these other great clips from MojoPlays, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos.